We have another update for Soul Mask that launched today, and in addition to that, we have a new gameplay reveal trailer for some upcoming features that are going to be added to Soul Mask. What's up everybody, my name is Whack, and thank you for joining me for this video. Before we jump into the patch notes, let's take a look at this brand new trailer from Soul Mask. Man, I am wicked excited about this. We are getting a place to put those tribesmen that we're just not sure if we want to keep. We're a little bit on the fence about them, or we've decided that we want to try something different. And this is going to allow us to store those tribesmen, not just dismiss them like we have to do today. There's nothing worse than being right at the cap level, coming across something that you think could be absolutely amazing, and dismissing someone just to find out that that new tribesman isn't what you expected it to be. So I am very excited to have this feature added into the game. I really like the way that the cryo chambers look. They're going to add a lot of flair to people's faces. Additionally, the transmutation furnace looks absolutely amazing. This is very high level technology in Soul Mask, and I can't wait to see exactly how that works. And they're adding a really awesome looking throne for your main character. Now I'm hoping that you can sit in that throne and then control another tribesman so that your main character stays in that throne, ruling over its territory. I think these additions are great for keeping players engaged in the game, even after they've defeated all the content. And I really think that Soul Mask needs to focus on not only keeping people in the game for longer, but also creating a reason to restart and not feel like the grind is so heavy in the early parts of the game that starting over is a chore. If Soul Mask can focus and perfect those two things in early access, I think they've got a really good chance of being one of the most popular games on the market. And the devs for Soul Mask seem to work at lightning speed, with update number 18 coming out today. Let's dive into the new features and adjustments. They added an invincibility time multiplier for rolling. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether this is a setting or if this is something that we're just inherently getting in the game, but I don't feel like the invincibility frames for Soul Mask are very far off. So I don't think they need to do a whole lot of tweaking here because what is there already feels good. Coking coal can now be added to steel and enhanced bonfires. I think before you were only able to use it in enhanced bonfires. It is one of, if not the best fuel that you can use for time in your bonfire. So the ability to add that to the steel bonfire instead of just the enhanced bonfire is a really good addition. They increase the pierce damage against mechanical units. Now, many of you may not know this. I've actually shown it a couple of times in other videos that I've done, but you can use any weapon against the mechanical enemies. The important thing to note when you are going up against mechanical enemies is that you need to toss a corrosion tank at them first. All weapons will rebound off mechanical units prior to having the corrosion tank on them. Once the corrosion is applied to those units, you can use whatever weapon you want, and they said they increase the pierce damage, so if you want to go at them with a spear, you can totally do that. Ice blocks can now be added to food or storage boxes for dishes. Now, I'm not sure that I really like this addition. I think the fact that you have to work your way into unlocking that refrigerator and putting the ice in there makes a lot of sense. I don't think just adding ice blocks to your storage boxes is a good change, but we'll see if this remains as part of the game. Pineapple can now be used to craft acidic fluid. I think that's a really good change because it can be rather hard to keep up with the acidic fluid that you need to produce for some recipes if you're just using tomatoes or guavas. Cotton seeds can now be used for making oil. Honestly, I think this is a great addition, but I also think it breaks the progression a little bit because cotton seeds are absolutely insane. I can't tell you while farming how many cotton seeds I just take and throw on the ground. At least there's a use for them now, but I feel like they're going to have to tweak the amount of cotton seeds you're getting from harvesting those plants because you get an absolute ton of cotton seeds when you're harvesting the cotton plants. The deep scan time has been reduced from 60 minutes to 30 minutes. I think this is a really good change, especially for people that are playing solo on a local game. If you're on a server, it probably makes sense that you can go and do other things or just log out and come back and that's done. But if you're playing on a local save, the time stops when you leave. So having a shorter time is probably good. The radius for calculating the comfort level around the player has been increased to 30 meters. This is an absolutely fabulous change to the game. Before, you had to kind of pack everything into one room to get your comfort level really high. Now you can spread those things out a little bit further and have that benefit. They added recon commands, which is good for server users, corrected the gear durability modification formula. Now, I don't know what that means, and I'm going to have to get in game and see if I can even see that change or not, but obviously there was something wrong with it, so as long as it's corrected, I think that's a good thing. Herbs can now be collected while on a mount. Oh my gosh, you're going to be just running along, being able to pick stuff up while you're on the back of your mount. That is absolutely fabulous change. Increase the chances of obtaining legendary gear in dungeons. Now, this I think is going to be your weapons and your armors, not other types of legendary gear. However, they are actually changing the way that legendary gear works, and I'm not sure I'm a big fan of it, but let's jump into that. Ancient, archaic, and mystical items can now be uncrafted and repaired. It says uncraft at the mystical stone table. I think that's the mysterious stone table, but maybe they've added something else in. I'll have to get in game and look. And then repair at the repair bench. Now, honestly, I feel like this kind of takes a loop out of the game. I don't know what it takes to repair those items. Maybe you have to have other gear in the ancient, archaic, or mystical in order to be able to repair those things. But I think part of the loops are definitely being muddied by being able to repair these. I think going out and getting that gear over and over and over again creates a loop that is partially there right now. It's only in the 3 dungeons. Honestly, I'd like to see them expand and have those gears drop in each one of the dungeons. So maybe in the lower level dungeons, you get a lower tier of gear, but you would then have that there to go back out and farm. And I think that's a great loop to have in any survival game. They added a new piranha attack animation upon triggering the piranha pool damage. So that wraps up the new features and adjustments that came with update number 18. Let's dive into some bug fixes and optimization. Fix the issue where independent mask nodes malfunctioned under abnormal circumstances. Fix the image residual issues affecting overhead name tags and remarks. Fix the issue where abnormal obstacles blocked passage in certain ruined dungeons. Fix the abnormal positioning issue of barbarians while mounting llama in deep water. Fix the issue where the mimicry model will not disappear after the character death. Fix the issue where the vision was blocked by the mask when the quality assessment was turned on. Fix the issue where the single blade skill /down could hover in the air infinitely when falling. Fix the issue where other tribe members could not view backpack items after the mine was occupied. Optimize the dungeon entrance to solve the problem of heavy fog. I think out of all of that, the one thing that I've come across is the heavy fog. The rest of that I don't think I've ever had an issue with, but it's nice to see that they continue to update and improve and do bug fixes for Soulmask. Lastly, there's some PvP server season resets listed on here, and if you need to know about those, the link to this post is in the description of this video. And I want to know in the comment section below, if you've left playing Soulmask, what was the reason why and what would bring you back to the game? I'll be meeting with the Soulmask team this week, and it'd be nice to give them some feedback from your comments. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. Don't forget to whack the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more content. And if you don't want to be out of whack, there's another video on the screen right now that you can click to support more of my content.